How's it going, everybody? So, I want to present you guys with, you could say, a follow-up video to my Joe Merrick /Verlisify video. The reason for that is because I want to clarify and address a couple of things when it comes, you could say, to the outcome of that video. Now, a couple of things I want to say before getting on to the main point of the video is, number one, this is going to be my last video talking about this matter, unless, of course, if something crazy stupid happens and, you know, we can't keep mum about that, you know, because the thing is that, you know, Joe Merrick is, in fact, a good person. He's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. I never ever said he was perfect, you know. Just want to say that, you know, based on the amount of, you could say, spam comments I end up getting over the last, like, I don't know, hour or so, you know, they're really harping on Joe and all that stuff. It's like, dude, it's like, you really gotta understand that Joe is human at the end of the day, and in this situation here, Joe isn't wrong, okay? And I was defending Joe in this specific situation. You know, there's been times that Joe either has been wrong and has apologized, or, you know, like I said, you know, there's been times that I've disagreed with Joe on some of the things that he said or how he comes off, but at the end of the day, he never has any ill intentions when it comes to, well, anything really. And second thing I want to say is I want to thank you guys for supporting that video and, you know, really just like hearing me out, you know, before jumping on the bandwagon, whether you're liking or disliking. I want to say thank you for hearing me out, you know. I get that when it comes to making videos that has anything to do with Verlisify, that's going to blow up pretty quickly. And here's the thing, is that I fully acknowledge that, but you notice that my video is not monetized, because here's the thing, is that number one, I don't give a shit about monetization, period, you know. I could have monetization completely removed from this channel, and it wouldn't hurt me one single bit. It wouldn't hurt my passion to do YouTube at all. And secondly, you know, I don't like to monetize anything that is even remotely dramatic or controversial, but with that all out of the way, I wanted to say thank you guys so very much for showing that video love and support. We're fighting an uphill battle, guys, especially right now, currently, because of the fact that we are getting dislikes spammed and hate comments spammed, and, like, believe me, there's a lot of things that, you know, is being said right now from a lot of, you could say, accounts, and I'm going to be showcasing that shortly here in this video, but I'm not going to let that, you know, force me into censoring myself, because the thing is that, you know, my heart was in the good place in that video, and I also felt like that I kept myself under control, like my temper under control, and I fully acknowledged myself time and time again that, you know, I'm a bit of a powder keg. I got a bit of a short temper sometimes, right? Especially given this sort of situation and who it involves, right? You know, I have years and years of history with Verlisify, so obviously, you know, there's going to be a big challenge when it comes to keeping my emotions in check, you know? There's been a couple times that I, you know, was at a boiling point, right? But here's the thing, is that, you know, there's two ways to go about it. You can either completely lose your mind over it and, you know, just like cuss up a storm and all that stuff, or you can be more diplomatic and more calm about it and get your point across that way. I can almost guarantee you that the latter is going to be the better way to go, because people are going to, more likely than not, want to hear you out in that light. Now, unlike my last call-out video on this individual when he was attacking Pimp Night, I had unlisted that video because of the fact that, you know, even though the message in that video I still stick by, the fact that it was poorly delivered due to me kind of being a little bit of a powder keg in that video, I was just like, you know what, man? It's like that video doesn't reflect well on me, and if I am going to be addressing something, you know, it's a deal that I made to myself and a deal that I think that I made to all of you, that if I am going to be addressing something that is of a controversial matter, I need to be fair and balanced, no emotions, none of that stuff. And I got to get to the point, if you know what I mean. So, speaking of getting to the point here, let's get to the point here on this video here. So, I want to talk about, you know, some of the spam that's been taking place in my original video. Not just dislike spam, I'll just showcase you guys this real quick. It happened, like, just like that, right? You know, like, I ended up waking up, you know, about an hour or so ago, and yeah, the dislikes kind of climbed up a bit. It's like I said, we're fighting an uphill battle, you know? I never ever thought that this was going to be an easy battle, but here's the thing also, is that, you know, that's not even like a tenth of the problem, you know? Dislikes are dislikes, but I will say though that, you know, if you guys are watching this video, then I would recommend you sharing that video if you want, but here's the thing. is that when it comes to dislikes, though, it does kind of screw with your video, because then, you know, it kind of gets buried and all that stuff. And the thing is that, like, you know, when it comes to videos like that, I don't care about how many views it gets. I just want the message to get out there when it comes to videos like that. You know, there's a reason I disabled monetization, because I don't want to make anything from it. Like, and even if I was to monetize that video, you want to know how much I would make from that? Pennies. Most likely, I'd be making pennies. And here's the thing, is that I don't give a damn about pennies. I don't give a damn about dollars, tens of dollars, hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. You guys get the idea. So we then take a look at some screenshots that I took of some of the comments that we ended up getting over the last, like, hour or so. And I can honestly say, it's like, did you guys even watch my video? Did you guys even listen to anything I had to say? Because based on the comments, it seems like that you probably didn't watch the whole video. So, you know, it's almost like I shouldn't even have to address these comments, because it's like, you know, dude, if you didn't watch the video, then there's no point in commenting, you know, for or against me kind of thing. It's like, watch the video first and then judge for yourself whether you agree or disagree with me. And here's the thing, is that, you know, again, it's like it's these comments here that are also part of the problem, because of the fact that, you know, it's like people don't even bother listening to what someone has to say first before bashing them down, you know? And of course, you know, some people that are Verlis fans are probably going to say, well, you know, didn't you do the same thing? No, I didn't. It's like, I like to hear out everybody first before making my stance known. And here's the thing, is that bias or not, it's like, I disagree with a lot of what Verlisify has done. Now, obviously, you know, I do agree with one thing, and that is the whole thing with cheating. Like, cheating is wrong. There's no two ways about it, you know? Don't bring hacked Pokemon to VGC tournaments. You know, don't, you know, just don't do that. Like, that is the only thing that I agree with. And, you know what? It's like, cool. Like, I agree with that. So, you know, chalk it up as a point to you then. But the thing is that what I don't agree with is how you go about doing things, right? Like, if you're going around attacking people with inconclusive evidence, that is wrong. You're, like, if we were to bring this to a court case, like, if we were to go to court with this, right, you would be laughed out of the courtroom, because if your evidence is inconclusive and only circumstantial at best, then your case would be thrown out, plain and simple. But see, now we also have ourselves politics apparently being involved in this. It's like, what? Like, since when does politics have anything to do with Pokemon? Like, you know, that's just ridiculous right there. Like, since when did I ever bring in politics when it came to Pokemon? Like, I'm just one dude. I am just someone that simply stood up for someone and didn't bring any politics or nonsense in it, you know? I just said, look, it's like, you need to lay off of Joe, and I went into detail about that. Oh, and there's also comments that were stating, like, you didn't show the full conversation. I wasn't going to showcase, you know, the entire thread and make the video like an hour long. That's why I said audibly in that video, I'm going to link you guys to the threads in the comment section down below, so that way you guys can read it at your own leisure. And it just kind of goes to show even further that the video wasn't even fully watched, or, you know, people didn't pay attention. And here's the thing, is that, you know, there's a reason that I don't make my political views public. It's because, honestly, I really don't care about that, you know? All I care about is living in a society, strong and free, where everybody is equal and everyone has an equal opportunity at what they want to do in life. That's the society that I want to live in, okay? There, I said my piece when it comes to politics, you know? Other than that, I could really give two damns about it. Now, I want to say also, please don't go out of your way to hate on these individuals. You know, as tough of a challenge as that may be, and believe me, you know, when I was seeing these comments, I'm just like, seriously, it's like, how misguided can you be, you know? Like, did you even watch my video? You probably didn't. You probably just seen it as another quote-unquote attacking video against Verlisify. But believe me when I say it's not an attack. It's not an attack to bring facts to the table and also to defend someone that, you know, objectively speaking, was not wrong. And, you know, in this situation right here, it's like Joe was wrongfully attacked. So it's like, I obviously was going to do the right thing and defend Joe, and, you know, to say, again, like, even though, like, I don't see eye to eye with Joe, you know, occasionally, that's fine. It's like, that's a part of life. It's like, you don't see eye to eye with people, and that's okay. You know, disagreements are absolutely fine. Criticism is fine, but it's about how you deliver it, though, on the other hand, that can make or break your side of the argument. Like, if you are going to have criticism against me or for me, or basically criticism at all, you know, actually present facts. Actually present a good, solid argument rather than just insults, rather than just, you know, pointless hashtags and all that stuff. I mean, seriously, it's like, it doesn't get much more spammy and much more disrespectful than that. But the thing is, though, ladies and gentlemen, is that I'm not going to let it get to me. You know, I woke up and I'm going to enjoy my day. You know, after I post this video, I'm going to go to the gym, have a solid workout, and I'm just going to move on and forget that this ever happened. Well, I shouldn't say forget that this ever happened because, you know, the thing is that, like, I don't ever forget what my stances are. And my stance here is that I still stand with Joe, you know. In this situation here, you know, Joe was just trying to bring good out of Relisify, and he ended up getting burned for it, so therefore, he ended up having to block him, and in his words, put him in timeout, you know, to give him a taste of his own medicine, to see how it feels to be blocked. So, with that being said, guys, I really don't think that there's any more that can be said here in this video. Wasn't really a lot to talk about, you know, I just wanted to address a couple of things, that being the dislike spam and the comment spam and all that stuff. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you guys all very much for watching. My apologies again for making a video like this. It takes way too much time and energy out of my day, and especially takes way too much time and energy out of your guys' day, which is more important in my opinion. So the thing is that, you know, I value your guys' time and your energy and your patience, and I want to say thank you guys for all that you've given me. So I want to say thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget, I love each and every single one of you guys, so with that being said, stay positive and keep it 100.